Curtis, do you remember? So, in the spirit of what you just shared, which is so common, that most people who end up in a business that's a part of a franchise brand, at the onset of their search journey, if they were scrolling lists of franchise names, what they end up choosing, like you just said, is usually something that they would just bypass. So, can you remember when you first heard about the Alphagraphics opportunity? And it was not something that you instinctively saw yourself in. How did you cross that bridge of being open to it?
I think I'm a realistic optimist. Okay, if there's such a thing as that. So I'm optimistic, like, oh, this could be a great thing. But I'm realistic thinking, it's probably not. And so when I ran into Alphagraphics, I thought, um, let me disqualify this quickly. Let me at least have a conversation, take a half hour, 45 minutes, an hour. Let me go online. Let me surf around. Let me see. I think they had the internet back then. Um, let me surf around. Let me see what's going on, and then let me have a conversation because I'm certain there'll be things that I'm going to hear that will allow me to quickly just. I'm still going to trust my gut, right? So I wasn't a kid. I was an experienced, business person, and I thought there'll be things that they won't be able to answer for me, or they're going to answer the wrong way, or something's not going to feel right. And then I'll just be able to let me just strike that out and let me move on to the next. And with Alpha Graphics, had an initial conversation with them. I'm like, I'm sure it's still not for me, but like, that kind of passed the first filter, that initial vetting. And then I spoke to a couple of franchisees, and one person, this is years ago, he's already retired, but he was very successful. Um, he gave me great advice, and I've given that advice to people that I've talked to. He said, talk to enough people within the franchise and talk to both the people that are winning and losing, the people that are successful and not successful within the brand. And if you identify yourself more closely with the winners than the folks that are not winning, this may be the right opportunity. But if you go down the road and you're identifying with the people that have either, exited the brand or have not been successful, well, then that's probably not the right space for you. And as simple as that was, it was meaningful. And I remember it from years ago.